A new Star Wars theory could confirm Kylo Ren's redemption. We're about 2 weeks out from this year's D23, the fan expo and convention about all things Disney. We are sure to get all sorts of details from what's going on in High School Musical, the series, to whatever else is going on in the world of Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Lucasfilm, and Disney+. But one thing that fans are waiting with bated breath to learn more about is December's Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Ever since we got the first teaser trailer for Episode 9 back in April at Star Wars Celebration, fans have been on the edge of their seats theorizing about how the sequel trilogy's story will wrap up, specifically in regards to one Kylo Ren Esquire. Most fans fall into two camps on the matter. Either Kylo Ren will be redeemed and return to being Ben Solo, or he will die a villain, and many have taken a fine-toothed comb and sifted through every piece of dialogue across the entire Star Wars saga for any evidence that supports their stance one way or the other. Now, the concept of Kylo Ren turning back to the light because he was secretly a double agent the whole time, or maybe the power of Rey's love snaps him out of his emo phase, Reylo confirmed, is not a new concept. These ideas have been floating around since the release of Episode 7 back in 2015. But now, a new theory might have blown the lid off the case. The idea behind this theory supposes that the key to Kylo Ren's #Bendemption is based on an exchange from 1977's Star Wars: A New Hope and was brought to life on Reddit by user That Sudo Guy. In his post, That Sudo Guy asks us to remember the exchange between Luke Skywalker's Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen, may they rest in peace, when Beru tells Owen,
"He has too much of his father in him."
And Uncle Owen replies,
"That's what I'm afraid of."
While this exchange was originally meant to highlight Luke's brash nature and hint at his upcoming struggle with resisting the dark side in the original trilogy that mirrored his father Anakin's fall into darkness, this exchange can be viewed in new light when contrasted with how people talk about or talk to Kylo Ren in the sequel trilogy. The first bit of evidence comes from The Force Awakens. Before Han Solo, Chewbacca, and Finn go off on some damn fool idealistic crusade to save Rey and help destroy Starkiller Base, Han has a heart-to-heart with General Leia about their son, the artist formerly known as Ben Solo. Han basically says that they lost their son forever because he had too much Vader in him. This completely echoes what was said about Luke. But, as we all know, this didn't lead to Luke falling to the dark side. In fact, even Anakin Skywalker himself ended up a good guy Force ghost at the end of the day. So, does having too much Vader in him spell certain doom for Kylo? Not necessarily. Kylo's lineage has been brought up as a defense for his goodness throughout the sequel trilogy. The Force Awakens basically opens with this notion, with Max von Sydow's fan-favorite character Lor San Tekka claiming the First Order rose from the dark side. You did not. Also, Supreme Leader Snoke digs at Kylo in The Last Jedi, saying, "You have too much of your father's heart in you, young Solo." However, Luke brings up Kylo's mighty Skywalker blood as his original impetus to train him, but that blood also came from Vader. So, choosing which side of the family to honor is definitely something Kylo will continue to struggle with in Episode 9. Using Star Wars lore to predict or foreshadow plot points is nothing new for the galaxy far, far away. And we know that no one loves honoring Star Wars past more than J.J. Abrams. So if Kylo Ren does turn good, it would be a cool way to connect and mirror Luke and Kylo's character arcs. Of course, it wasn't just this new Bendemption theory that has fans in full-on speculation mode. This week, Lucasfilm has just debuted a teaser for a new series called Star Wars Rollout, where every character is shaped like BB-8, and in its teaser, one character is not explicitly named. If you'll notice, he's smaller, more baby-like, but dressed like Han Solo and has a little tuft of black hair. Fans are speculating that this is bouncing baby Ben Solo in the flesh. Another reminder of Ben Solo comes from the new Kylo Ren comic by Charles Soule, which will document the rise of Kylo and the Knights of Ren, who tweeted the news with the caption, "From Ben to Ren." So, with all of this Ben Solo content on the horizon, it seems like Lucasfilm is priming us to remember the concept of a good Ben from before he turned into Kylo. That way, audiences are ready to see Ben Solo redeemed in the end.
maybe.
However, this is all just speculation for now. We'll have to wait and see if Kylo Ren does get redeemed come December. But what do you folks think? Do you want to see Kylo Ren get redemption in Episode 9? Do you think this theory could be valid? And what's your wildest Episode 9 theory? Let's discuss. Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, why not give us a like and subscribe? If you want to get notified every time we go live with a show or drop a new video, feel free to mash that little bell so you can be up to date on all the latest theories, news, and rumors in the pop culture world.